Hello guys, welcome to CloudRaga. So in previous video we talked about Spring Framework and we also saw the types of inversion control and we wrote some examples on them. So in this video we will see what is dependency injection. So when we say dependency injection, so this actually a design pattern which can be used to implement inversion of control in software application. That's a generic term. But when it comes to Spring Framework, so we have this DI or dependency injection as a core feature of Spring Framework. What does it do? It enables and manages the object and in loosely coupled manner. That means if we are like managing two different beans, they will be connected somehow because that's a task of Spring container or a IOC container, but they will be connected in a loosely coupled manner. So they are not tightly bounded. So that's one of the features we should achieve in a project, and that's what Spring container do for us. Okay, once you have this DI, so what's happening? What does it do? It manages the lifecycle of objects, resolving the dependencies and injecting them to the appropriate objects. Let's suppose we have a class, we have multiple fields. So in that case, dependency injection will do that. And the IOC container uses metadata XML configuration files or annotations or Java code to configure the wire objects together. So as we know, we have a Spring configuration file there. If we go back to previous project, there we saw this kind of XML file. So what we have here, we just saw how to create beans. So IOC container reads this XML file and accordingly configure the project. And later we also see how to create Spring objects or project through annotations without writing any XML file. So this is the whole purpose of having dependency injection. So next video we will talk about some types and some coding. Thanks for watching this video guys. Let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.